Morning guys, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning and it's now 7:15. I'm only going to get up now because I can hear my tumble dryer or my wash machine bleeping. I'm not sure which one. It's probably going to be the tumble dryer. So I'm up. I self-tanned this morning, hence why I got up at 5. And what I have to do is I go in the back bedroom and obviously you've got no clothes on, and then you rub the self-tan all over, and then you have to dry before you can get dressed. So I did this at 5 o'clock this morning and I didn't come down till 6 because it took that long to do it and then dry before I could get dressed to come down. I've stripped the bedding off my main bed and that's in the wash machine now. Towels as well, there's some towels in there as well, so it's going well. I already had a load in the tumble dryer from last night that I turned off before I went to bed, and I thought, good, I can just take that out and fold up, but it was still a little bit damp. So I flicked the tumble dryer on again this morning, so that if that's what's finished now, I can hear something bleeping in the kitchen. That means when the wash machine's finished, I can just transfer all my bedding into that and get that dry. It is light. I haven't opened the curtains yet, but I can see the light around the curtains. So it must be light now, and it's 7:20. So I've had my breakfast, I've had my cup of coffee, and I've had my toast. The boys, they were in here while I was eating my toast, but they've gone back into the doggy day room, I think. I'll go and find out in a second. So it's all going well. It's all going well. I do want to go down to the charity shops today because I didn't get a chance to do anything, obviously, last weekend. So hopefully this weekend I'm going to be able to go around the charity shops. I'm going to go see my mum and dad tomorrow. My eldest sister is going to be there, and she sent me a message saying she was going to go around mum and dad's and take some sandwiches. So would I like to join, and we can all have sandwiches together. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Instead of seeing Pete, I'm going to go and see my mum and dad. The lips feel really good. They don't feel sore, don't feel tingly. They feel really good. I haven't put any makeup on because I was told not to put any makeup on for a few days, so I haven't done that. So I am au naturel this morning, as you can see. I'm dressed. I've got a little grey cardigan. I've got a white. This is actually a swimming costume top section. It's just the top section, and I'm wearing it like a vest or like a vest top. And then I've got a grey skirt which goes very well with the cardi. So I'm going to go in the kitchen now. I'm going to do a wash up video for you guys. Ooh, still yawning. And so we're going to get the day going. I've been sat watching the telly. So if I stop that now, and I go, if I go back. Oh, motorbike racing. I didn't know that was on. I love motorbike racing. I'm not brave enough to ride a motorbike now. I used to ride motorbikes all the time, guys. I love my motorbikes, but those days are gone. I don't think I'll be riding any motorbikes now. What do you reckon to a leather-clad April? Yeah? I've got leather skirts, I've got leather tops, I've got a leather dress, I've got leather boots, but I haven't got any leather motorbike yet. I've got a leather motorbike jacket, sorry, so I can take that one back. It's not real leather though, it's false leather, but I have got a jacket that looks the part. Right, let me turn the telly off because I'm not going to be sat in here watching this. I've got too much to do. Right, that's that one done. I'll turn the other remote off as well. Right, that's everything off. Oh, right, here we go. And I can show you what I've got on now, can't I? If I can get up, I'll get my slippers on. Right, okay. Oh, guys. Right, let me stand up. Oh, I'm seizing up. I was lovely and warm under that duvet. Right, if I stand the selfie stick there for you, and I'll just extend it a little bit. If I put my foot on it, I can hold it still. There you go. Right, so I've got grey skirt, my little grey cardi, which I haven't buttoned up, but I can do, and I've got a petticoat on. You see the petticoat? So it gives it a bit more volume. because I like the volume. Makes your hips look bigger. I've got the new topper on, the one without the fringe, so I hope you like it. I've put a hairband on, one of those on today, because if I put my elasticated hairband on, because the hair's so slippery, it just keeps flipping off. So I put a hairband on this morning just to keep it where it's supposed to be. Keep it about there, guys. Right, here we go. Let's take this in, we'll start the washing. I should still have some hot water from yesterday, because I did have the hot water on yesterday. I haven't used any, so it should still be in the tank. Let me just turn this other light on. It's still quite dark in the back here. Spin this around so you can see my boys. There's Snoop on the sofa and Sooty down there on the floor. Got their usual positions, guys. Right, we're in the kitchen. Let me just put the plate down. Right, it's the tumble dryer you can hear. Right, we're in. And I've got to turn that radio off, guys. There you go, radio's off. So the washing machine is saying it's got 12 minutes to go, and the tumble dryer is saying it's done. So I'll open the door and let it cool down a bit before I drag it all out. It feels nice. I did go to take the washing out this morning, and I pulled some of it out and thought, oh, it's still damp. So I just pushed it all back in and put it on again. So that should be good. And once the washing machine's finished, I shall take the laundry out of the tumble dryer, take that upstairs and I'll put it on the back bed. I'll just tip it out on there, come back down, get the washing out of the washing machine into the tumble dryer, and then I'll sort out another load. Should be towels, and that should be it. Bedding and towels. I've got to do the doggies duvet cover in the doggy day room, and I've also got to do the duvet cover on the sofa in the front room, so I could do those two as well, but I haven't pulled those ones off yet. Right, let me run the water off, guys. We'll get this show on the road. Pull the sleeves up a little bit. I've got to put my apron on. Whoa. Oh, this is lovely, guys. It's supposed to be quite nice this morning. They said we should get some sunshine this morning, but it's supposed to cloud over this afternoon. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be nicer than they say. Never say never. But yeah, as long as it doesn't rain. I had a look for next weekend. Next weekend doesn't forecast so good. But it's exactly a week ago that I was down at, what's the time? I was at Heathrow Airport picking up the student who'd come back from China, and myself and Skippy were going to take her to Liverpool. So that's what we were doing. We were probably sat at Heathrow Airport this time last week, waiting for her to turn up. That's unbelievable to think that was a week ago. And that's when it poured down when I was in Liverpool, and I got absolutely soaked. I've never been so wet. I was wet all the way through to my bra and pants, guys. I was soaked. Right. Loads of hot water, that's good. Right, here we go. Washing up liquid. Come on. Right, there you go, guys. I am there. Oh, I feel cold now. I was lovely and warm in the front room. I've been speaking to Skippy this morning. Skippy messaged me this morning, probably about 6 o'clock, saying, are you awake yet? And so I messaged her back. I said, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've been self-tanning. So, yeah. I will have to have another shower tonight though, but not the top, not the face part, it's just the body to wash the self-tan off. I don't self-tan anywhere from the neck up. That I don't self-tan at all. I only do from the neck down. So arms, legs, body, the lot. So that's all self-tanned. I don't do any higher. I was told by my young lady, Lisa, who does my laser, not to self-tan my face, which I don't. There you go, guys. So here we are, Saturday morning. Time-wise, 7:30. Washing's on the go. I've had my breakfast. The boys haven't been out for a walk yet. They've had their biscuits and they've been sat in the front room with me while I was eating my toast. Once I finished my toast, they disappeared. They're not interested anymore. We're going to need another sponge. There you go. That's something, I'm going to write that on the board. I need some more of these little sponges. Oh guys, this is it. This is that bit where I say, oh, I love this time of day. I'm doing the washing up. I showed Skippy what I'd done with moving things about, and she was all right. She was quite happy with it. She was more concerned about what I'd done with the bags, and I said, well, I haven't done anything with the bags. I've just moved them about. I said, but they're still all here, all safe and sound. So she was relieved I hadn't done anything with her bags. And she also told me she's ordered 4 bags and they're coming next week. So that means when I get back from work there should be packages here all the time. But we'll see. Right. There we go. Okay. Let's wipe this bit off. Right, so it's going to be a busy day today, as all my weekends are. You know what my weekends are like, I'm always up to something. There's plenty to do. If I'm sat around, that means I'm not doing something, there's something to do. There's lots of things I'd love to do, but there's usually not enough hours in the week for me to, weekend for me to be able to do that. So we can only do what we can do, guys. That's lovely when there's 2 of you, you can share the workload. It works really nice. But then I've got the other side to that, is like now, doing the washing up, I'm only doing the washing up for once. That's really nice. Here, the washing machine, that's the bedding in there, it's just spinning. That should hopefully be the last spin, I'm hoping. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over that. It's fairly noisy when it's doing a spin like that. But it's a quieter washing machine than my last one. I did get a message from I put the old washing machine onto Gumtree as a freebie for anybody to come and take. And the gentleman came to collect it. I'm trying to think where he came from now. He did tell me it wasn't local, but it was reasonably close, but I can't remember where he said now. It was about an hour away, I think. Anyway, I got a message back from him saying that he'd done his first load. No sooner had he got the thing home, he'd actually plugged it in and got it going and done his first load. So that was lovely. That's really nice to know that it's got another life. The only problem I had with that washing machine was the drum was extremely small. It was only a 6 kilogram drum. And I, in my wisdom, when I moved in here, thought, well, I'm only doing my washing for me. I won't need a big washing machine, but I was so wrong. You do, because I found I was doing washing all day because I could only do small loads. So this one's a lot better. I can do bigger loads, and it takes half the time. It's really good. Right, let's start on the bigger items now, guys. Right, here we go. I said to Skippy last night, when I spoke to Skippy last night before I went to bed, I probably didn't turn the light out until about 1:15 last night. By the time I'd done everything and got into bed, it was about 1:15 in the morning. So I was talking to Skippy, and she said, she mentioned the week. She said, what have you done with your fringe? And I said, oh, I've just had a shower. I said, I've brushed it all back and put a hairband around it. Oh, she said, but I did put on the one of my earlier videos that this was a new topper I was trying out. It's exactly the same make as my old topper, but it's not got the fringe. You could have it with bangs. Why do they call them bangs, guys? Help me, educate me here. They were toppers or wigs with bangs or wigs without bangs. Why do they call fringes bangs? Explain, because I don't understand where that comes from. Maybe if you guys don't come back with an answer, I'll have to ask Megan, and I'm going to go and see Megan next month. I'm already booked in to see Megan. I can't remember what the date is, but it is next month. I know that for sure. Right, that's that one. Right, plates next. This is about 2 days worth of plates. I don't get through a lot when I'm here on my own. I'll probably make a cup of tea after this and sit down and have a cup of tea. Because I want to get, like I said, if I can get the washing swapped over, I'll pull the duvet covers off the front room and the back room sofas, so they're ready to go in the washing machine. Get those done, and that will be all lovely and fresh. I've got a scented candle in the front room, which I've had lit, so hopefully that will, I can't smell it. That's the only problem with me, because I've got no sense of smell, guys. I lost my sense of smell back in 2019, and what happened was I fell ill. I was ill for quite a long time. That was before COVID. This was in the October, September time. I came down with a cold. I was at work and somebody came to work with a cold, and we all got it. I mean, everybody got it. It went right through the garage, and quite a few people were quite poorly with it. And some of them had time off, but I was at work and I caught this cold, and I carried on through. I worked through it, but I couldn't shake the cough. I had this really annoying cough, and they named me Psychophalot because I couldn't stop coughing. It was cough, 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 cough all the time. Could not cure it. I didn't go to see the doctor straight away, because I went and bought myself all the usual, the night nurse and things like that, trying to sort it out myself. Couldn't cure it, and eventually I gave up. And it got to the stage where I was having trouble breathing. I felt really rough, and I just couldn't get my breath. I felt short of breath all the time, and I was going through the motions of breathing, but it was just like I couldn't get enough air in my lungs, and I felt really faint at times, almost like I was going to pass out. And I actually had to stop work and crouch down and just recover before I could carry. And it got to the point I thought, this is ridiculous, I need to see the doctor. And I was at work at the time, so I got home from work, I sat on the sofa at home, and this is when I was still married. My wife wasn't there. I can't remember, she must have been working. She did shift work, so I'm sure she was probably working. I got back from work, she wasn't there. And I sat in the back room with my boys, they were sat there with me, and I just couldn't breathe. And I made myself some dinner to eat, but to breathe I was having to stop eating, to take a breath, to take another mouthful of food. It got that bad. And I thought, this is ridiculous, you know, I just can't breathe. So I phoned that 111 service, and I went to see the out-of-hours GP at Bury St Edmunds. He was on the Moreton Hall Industrial Estate up there. So I went to Bury to see him, and I was still cough, cough, cough. Couldn't breathe, felt awful. Something I'd done, don't forget I was a cross-dresser at the time. I wasn't a full-on April at the time, I was a cross-dresser. And I'd had a bra on most of the day. So when I went to see the GP, I'd made sure I took that off. But you know yourselves, ladies, when you take your bra off, you get a bra impression left on you, don't you? Where the straps were over the back or over the shoulder. So I go to see the GP, and I whip my shirt off, and he didn't say a thing, and I could see the bra impression on me, but he didn't say a thing. But he checked me out, and he said, my cough was because I've made my throat sore from coughing so much, that's why I couldn't breathe. He said, you need a specific type of cough medicine. And so I did what he told me to do. I went to the chemist's and I got this specific type of cough medicine. It didn't do a thing. It didn't make a blind bit of difference. Still couldn't breathe, still coughing. So then I phoned up my GP. I phoned them up and I got an appointment, went to see them, and they were fully booked. This is before COVID. They were fully booked, but they squeezed me and I had to go to, don't forget I live in Lavenham. They said, which surgery can you get to? I said, I don't care which surgery it is, just tell me which one I can go to. I don't care. I was that bad, I just wanted to get it sorted. So they sent me to a village called Clare in Suffolk. I went to the doctor's surgery there and I saw the doctor, and he had a look and he said, you've got bronchitis. He said, that's what you've got. So he prescribed me some antibiotics, and I went to, because I was working at Cambridge at the time, so I drove back to Cambridge, but I had to go through Newmarket to get to Cambridge, and there was a Tesco's there. And so I went to Tesco's because I knew they had a pharmacy there, and I went there and they got the prescription for me. So I started taking the medication before I even got to work. And it was brilliant. It was absolutely fantastic. The antibiotics really worked. I could breathe again. I was still coughing, but I could breathe again. I felt a lot better, but the cough was still there. So the antibiotics lasted me for 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? No, a week, sorry. And after that week, I felt rough again. I couldn't breathe again. I'd gone back to where I was before. So I phoned up the GP again, and I got sent to, where did I go to the next time? I went to Sudbury the next time, and I saw the GP there, and they re-prescribed the same antibiotics. They said, okay, well try these again, they said. And so I did them again. Exactly the same thing again happened. Took the antibiotics, felt absolutely brilliant. Antibiotics finished after a week, and I just gradually went back to where I was before. So then I went back to the GPs again. Again, that was at Sudbury, and they said, right, okay, we're going to try some different antibiotics. So we tried these different ones. They didn't touch it. They did not touch it at all. So I think I'd only gone about 4 days, 3 or 4 days into these new antibiotics, and I phoned them up again. I said, look, you're going to have to do something. I said, I'm absolutely awful. I couldn't breathe. I was having to have time off work by now because I was in such a state. And so I went to see the GP again, and this time I saw the head GP. I think possibly because it had gone on so long, I saw the main honcho. Trying to think of his name. Dr. Raj. Dr. Raj. I saw Dr. Raj, and he checked me out and he said, you haven't got bronchitis. He said, you've got asthma. And he'd done a few more tests on me. He said, you've got asthma. He said, you've definitely got asthma. And so he prescribed me these, what do you call them, guys? Inhalers. One of those little inhalers, a blue one, blue inhaler. I had some medication as well, some tablets, but he prescribed this inhaler. Wow, talk about chalk and cheese. That was fantastic. As soon as I started on that inhaler, that was like, I could breathe. It was amazing. And I was fine. I was fine for about a month. And then I started going downhill again. Now this is just as COVID had hit. This is about the February time. And COVID had just hit. And everything was sort of locking down. I was off work. I was off work in March, so I was still at work at the time, but I had a bit of a relapse. So I phoned up the doctors again, and I got Dr. Raj, and he said, right, he said, you can't come in, he said, because obviously we're going into a lockdown. He said, I'm going to prescribe you a different inhaler, and that's when I got the brown inhaler, and that's the one I use now. I've still got the blue inhaler, and I carry that around all the time because the blue inhaler is like an instant relief, but the brown one is like a long-term fix. And I haven't looked back since then. Absolutely fantastic. The cough eventually went. You know what I'm like with my coughs. Once I've got a cough, it goes on forever. The cough went, but that's when I lost my sense of smell. When I got right from the very start, when I first started feeling ill, and they told me it was bronchitis, that's when I lost my sense of smell, and I've never got it back. I sometimes get the odd thing that I say, oh, I smell that, but then it's gone again. It's like a really strange. It's nice in a way because there's sometimes if somebody passes wind or something like that, I can't smell it. It's lovely. So it does have its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages. You know, if there was a gas leak, I wouldn't be able to smell it. At work, when I'm working in the workshop, if somebody's got a really smoky car, I can't smell that. And everybody else will be coughing and spluttering, saying, "Oh, put a pipe on that." Because we've got a piping system that you plug onto the car's exhaust to extract the exhaust gas as an extractor. And I can't smell it, but they all start going, "Oh, put a pipe on it, it stinks," and I can't smell that. Right, these are the last items, guys. So let me do the colander first in this little plastic dish, and then I've just got the dog dishes to go, and we are done. And that wash machine must be nearly done. I think it's just turning over now. I think it is finished. I'll have a look in a second. So that's when I lost my sense of smell, back in the COVID days. Do you think that's over 5 years ago now? That just does not seem possible. It was that long ago. And to go through something like that, I don't imagine that will ever happen again. Them shutting the whole country down like they did. And I had the time of my life, because I was off work for a total of 3 months. And I was out walking the dogs every day, as April. Because I get up really early in the morning, there's nobody about, and especially once COVID hit, the roads went dead, everything went dead, there was absolutely nobody about. So I was going out as April, walking my boys for 3 months, every day. And can you remember how hot the weather was when we had the COVID? On that lockdown, it was absolutely glorious, what a summer. Oh, that was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Happy days, happy memories. I know it was a sad time in many ways because lots of people lost their lives, but for me it was a wonderful time. I think it changed everything as well, the way people worked. You know, a lot of the offices where they all shut down never did reopen again. A lot of people started working from home, and a lot of people are still working from home because I think they realised that you don't have to come to an office to work. Okay, it has its moments where you do all need to meet up, but I think a lot of people realised that they could work away from work. They could work on their computers and laptops, and they could do it all from home. They didn't have to be in an office environment. And I think these big companies must have saved a fortune in getting rid of these office blocks they've got. Don't know if things will ever be the same after COVID. I can't see they ever will. And I'm one of the few people at the garage who didn't actually catch COVID. I did have all the jabs. I was classed as at risk because I had asthma. I was classed as at risk. But I never caught COVID. Most of the people in the garage I worked with did, and I was fortunate enough to not catch it. And I haven't caught it to this date, and I don't really want to catch it. Okay, the treatments for it now are probably pretty well sorted, but yeah, I don't want to catch it. I think I might have a hole in my glove. I think I've got a wet hand, guys. Right, that's done. So we're done on the washing. That's the first washing I've done in a couple of days, I think. Let's have a look. I think I might have a wet hand here. Might be another set of... Yeah, I've got a wet hand. I won't throw these away yet because I might use them because I want to do a little bit of painting. I might use these when I do the painting so I don't get paint on my hands. I've done my self-tan earlier. I don't know if you can see my hands again. I just use my hands, I don't put gloves on, and then once I've finished I wipe my hands on a towel or wipe the palms on the towel, so I should end up with white palms, but I don't. I end up, it looks like I've got nicotine stained hands. It soon wears off. Right. This one. Right, this is the one that leaks, so let's turn it inside out, see if I can see it. Actually, I might just blow it up. Whew. going down, but I can't see it. Ah, tip of that finger, that's where it is. Doesn't matter, I'll use these when I do the painting. If I turn them inside out and dry them, they might dry a little bit quicker. Right, there you go. Leave that one inside out for the moment. Right, that's done. It's done. I'll flick that kettle on. I haven't had a shave this morning and I shall do. Again, I've got to be very, very careful not to get too close to my lips. I'll use the aloe vera and then just shave that section, but being extremely careful around the lips. Should be okay. I can feel a little bit on the chin down there, a little bit of stubble. But on the whole, I'm not bad at all, guys. Right, let's just go and check that wash machine. I think it's just on a... Yeah, that's done. I'm just going to turn that off, guys, because that's spun to its heart's content. Once that stops spinning, it'll unlock. Right, so what I've got in the tumble dryer should be done, so let me get that out. I can take that upstairs. I'll take my apron off as well, can't I? There you go. Right. Another one. There's a tea towel, that's not got to go up, that's got to be folded. And Skippy's bath towel. That's the kitchen hand towel. That's the one I use in the kitchen just to wipe your hands. It's not the tea towel. This is a hand towel, this one. That can go in the cupboard. That's all done. That's the towel I was just using. That's clean. I got that out this morning. And this is the one that's just come out of the tumble dryer. So that can go straight in the drawer. The washing machine's turned off, so I've got to get some more items to put in there, guys. Right. I've got one of these laundry bags. It's all twisted, hang on. Let me just untwist it. Now, this is just my works bra. This is one I always wear for work. This one's quite nice because it's got the, let me just untwiddle this. Gosh, that was really twisted. You won't believe how that is twisted. Need to get the nail in there. We'll untwist it all the way. There we go, right. And I'll show you, this is I wear this one. This is just a work bra. I don't use it for anything other than work. I don't want to wear any of my other ones. I don't want to ruin those, so this is perfect. Just have one for work, one specific bra. Because this cord has really got twisted. Here you go, try that. So I've got these smaller laundry bags. Let me just unhook it, guys. So that's the little ones I've got, but I've got a bigger version of this as well. I've got, I think I've got 3 of these and 3 of the bigger ones. I tend to use just these little ones. Just put that back in the bin, that's it. And this is my work bra. This is one of my Bra Visimo ones. Quite a nice colour. It's a mix of colours, this one. Really pretty. Not that anybody sees it at work, but it is a really comfortable bra. It's very, very supportive. And it's got a very wide strap, this one. I'll show you the strap. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got 5 hook and eyes on the back, so it's got a nice wide back support, but also on the shoulder straps. This is the bit I like. There, that bit. It's got this little ring, so that when I've got the bra on, once you've got it on, you can hook it and the straps cross at the back like that, and so your straps aren't constantly falling down your shoulders while you're working. And I find that's really, really good. And it is quite a pretty bra. It's a kind of multicoloured bra, this one. There you go. like a rainbow effect. Quite good me being trans, having a rainbow effect bra, but that's my works bra. That's my one and only works bra that I wear. Right, so I'm going to take all this upstairs, and then I'm going to sort out the bedding on the doggy day room sofa and on the sofa in the front room. I'll get those in there as well. What's in the washing machine now is going to go straight into the tumble dryer. The sun is coming up. It looks really bright. I can see the sun on the trees in the back garden, slightly down the road. So it's looking like it's going to be a nice day. Whether or not it would be nice enough to put washing out on the line, we'll see when I've got the bedding all done. Right, oof, there you go. And I've taken the hanging this in here on the doorway now. There you go. Right, that's hung up. Right, guys, I've got hair on my nose. There you go. That's better. Right, so I'm going to sort this out now. There's a hair there, look. Somewhere there. Got it. So I'm going to take this upstairs. I'm going to stop this video, guys. This has been on for 36 minutes. It's going to take ages to load. And then I'll have another chat with you, do another video for you guys. So I shall speak to you guys a little bit later. Okay, bye-bye.